Let's go. So on Sunday we have monitor the Chinese trade balance and US-denominated trade balance. On Monday we will have the pound Halifax HPA month-over-month under H4.
Yep.
Then we will have the yen current account all time frames.
Okay. Not this one.
Bank lending, no, it's not so important.
It's all right.
Okay, and that's it for Monday. For Tuesday, yeah, there are not a lot of news this week.
76 all in total.
On Tuesday, not many important news. I mean, so
Yeah.
So,
and not incidental news either. Yeah.
Yeah. So on Tuesday we will have to monitor the pound 30-year bond auction. Then we'll have the trade balance for the CAD and the US dollar all-time frames.
Yep.
Then we will have I will monitor the Chinese CPI year over year.
So.
Now the final GDP is not important.
Okay.
But the Chinese CPI year over year, the PPI, no, we can ignore the PPI. And that's it for Tuesday. So on Wednesday.
Scrolling.
On Wednesday, yeah, because it is important to see if this situation happening in Ukraine will have also an impact in the Chinese economy, as it seems to be. So we have to pay attention to what is happening there. So on Wednesday, we will have the US dollar crude oil inventories to monitor, as well as the 10-year bond auction for the US dollar. I will monitor the monitor the Aussie MI inflation expectations.
Yep.
And that's it for Wednesday. And for Thursday, we will have, so a big one in red with the Euro main refinancing rate and monetary policy statement and ECB press conference. Then we will have the US dollar CPI and core CPI month-over-month all-time frames. And I will still monitor the unemployment claims. And then, of course, with the US dollar, the natural gas storage and the 30-year bond auction, as well as the federal budget balance. No, it's not an all-time frame, simply a monitor.
Yep.
Because it's less important in terms of impact. And that's it for Thursday. And for Friday, we will have the pound GDP month-over-month all-time frames. Then the pound manufacturing production month-over-month under H4. I will monitor the pound consumer inflation expectations. I will monitor also the pound NIESR GDP estimate, simply monitor. Yep. And then we have the employment in Canada, so employment change and unemployment rate, all-time frames. No, not high impact. It has a high impact when it is released with the non-farm payroll in USA, but when they are released alone, simply all-time frames.
Okay.
And then for the US dollar, the two last news, the preliminary University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectation, so under H4.
Okay, cool, thank you. And, okay, so I'll just save that in case things go funny. On the higher news items, anything to be aware of on the higher time frame stuff? Like the long-term. Yeah.
You mean the geopoliticals? No, except that we have to pay close attention to what is happening in Ukraine, so of course.
Yeah. So that's here.
Yeah. This is in fact for the moment, in fact, the main driving factor. And you can observe that everywhere around the world, no one is still talking about the COVID. That's strange. That's really strange.
Okay. Is that sarcasm?
No, it's simply an observation.
Well, most places think COVID's disappearing. here in New Zealand it's still on the up, but okay. Right, so the whole idea for the NewsWatch is to help you not lose money and to give you an idea on when there's possible good movements coming up. So anything that's marked with a high impact is possibly good to hang around for, to wait for it to sort of pop, because it could be a good movement come out of it, especially if there is a surprise when it comes out. Everything else that's marked, well, as well, under H4, all time frames or high impact, don't place any trades 1 hour before them and get out of them within half an hour if you're not used to this sort of stuff. Because a lot of many times, if there's a surprise, price can be quite volatile at that point, and you can lose money out of your account, not just your profits, but out of your account. For the standard people, if you've got plenty of scale-ins already when you're running into one of these news items, then possibly just shave off some of your scale-ins and sell through it, exposing less of your risk. And for people that subscribe to Eusebio's pair bias advantage, which gives you an idea on which direction the market is likely to be going in for a particular currency, you can decide that you may want to trade right through the whole thing regardless, because you've got good news coming in from, good information coming in from Eusebio. The pair bias increases the hit rate for the max from, say, 65 to 75% win rate up to, Eusebio says, 85 to 95% win rate. Okay, and what else? Okay, I think that'll do it. But there is a bit more. These, I'll just stretch this across. I don't need this anymore. Okay, and pull that up. Okay, so the news comes out on a particular currency, and there are three main currencies that it doesn't matter what pair you're trading. The news on these three currencies can impact any pair that you're trading. News coming up on the smaller currencies generally only impact those pairs that contain at least one of those currencies. So if there's news coming up on the Kiwi, which is the smallest, you're unlikely to see the Euro-US dollar pair being impacted by Kiwi news. And the pound kind of sits in between them. So it just depends on what's going on at the time, if the pound is likely to sort of impact if there's some news coming up. However, having said that, there's always caveats with us, or nuances, as Eusebio likes to say. I have seen the Kiwi come out with some news and it made the pound dollar jump. So it just depends every time. So if you're trading, say, the euro dollar and there's news coming up on the CAD, then maybe you can just carry on with your trading on the euro dollar, but be aware of the CAD and be prepared to sort of take fast action if necessary. It's kind of the way you handle that. Oh, okay, top 10, these ones here, exactly the same, just a different order as last week's. And you can see that the pair, the size of the movements are getting a bit larger than they have been, not by much, about 20%, say, over the last year. We'll see if that sustains, but generally because of the war. And if you're not trading if you find these are too volatile for some reason, notice how all the pounds have popped to the top, and the euros are almost up there as well. I've selected down to here, Eusebio, for the less
US dollar, Swiss, yeah, that's a good choice. But just a small remark, in the top 10 list, I would add the pound CAD, and so it will be the top 11, in fact.
Okay, sure.
And I will explain in a moment why the pound CAD is essentially due to the CAD, in fact.
Okay, so if I pull this over and jump back over here, what Eusebio will do now is match the news for the day up with the top 10 list. So that
Robert, I will make some remark after the top 10 list pairs and the choice of the pairs for each day of the week. So I will try to make again a small 5-minute exercise about the global context economy.
Okay. Cool, thank you.
Okay, so let's start.
hang on. Not so fast. Don't rush me. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so on Sunday, looking for...
We have nothing on Sunday.
We've got nothing on Monday either. There they are. Okay, nothing on Sunday. And on Monday, we've got the pound at 2.
So the pound, and pound, yeah.
And nothing else up to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And we're only looking for under H4s, all-time frames, or high impact monitors we ignore. Okay, go.
So we will have for the first choice pound yen or pound kiwi. Pound yen or pound kiwi.
Take this will do. Go.
Then pound Aussie, pound Swiss. Pound
Swiss.
Aussie, pound Swiss, yeah. And then pound Aussie, pound Swiss, yeah.
Yep.
And then pound US dollar, pound card. I'm glad to have included the pound card in the top 11.
This will do.
So GU, GC.
Well, okay. So leftovers from Monday, the yen.
The yen, so yen here and here. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Nathan. And we've got the CAD.
The CAD, okay, here.
That's it.
And the US dollar, perhaps no?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
But
pay attention, Chris, please.
I'm sorry, Dan wasn't here to help me.
Okay, so we'll have first choice pound yen, euro yen. Pound yen, euro yen.
This will do.
Yeah.
I had one in the oven.
Then we will have the pound, US dollar, euro, US dollar.
Yep.
Pound, US dollar, euro, US dollar. And then we will have pound card, pound kiwi. Pound card, pound kiwi.
Okay. And leftovers from Tuesday, there is nothing. And on Wednesday, we've got, excuse me, nothing.
Nothing on, okay. So the choice will be rather easy. Pound yen, euro yen, like the previous day.
Yep.
Pound kiwi, pound Aussie. Just change the US dollar. Pound kiwi, pound Aussie.
All right then. Yep.
And then pound Swiss, pound US dollar, pound card. Pound Swiss, pound US dollar, pound card.
Okay. Let's type the whole thing out.
Pound Swiss, yeah. Pound US dollar.
Oh, I get to use the D.
And pound US dollar.
Whew, saved a letter. Okay. Efficient but not effective. Okay. So leftovers are none.
Just one detail. For Tuesday, I would like also to add the pound card on the third line. Sorry, the pound Aussie. The pound Aussie. Yeah.
Okay, and that's because there's no other Asian pair. Oh, there's Asians up here.
No, because there was a very specific reason. I will explain in a moment.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so leftovers from Wednesday is nothing. And on Thursday we've got the euro.
The euro, but it is the central bank, so I will have a special mark for that. So euro, and euro. Okay.
The American US dollar.
The US dollar here and here. Okay.
Say two.
Okay, so we will have euro, US dollar, euro yen. Euro, US dollar, euro yen. Euro, US dollar, euro yen. Yeah.
Yep.
Then we'll have the euro, Aussie, euro, kiwi.
Okay.
EAEN.
Okay.
No, euro, Aussie, not euro, US dollar, Chris.
That's only one letter.
Yeah, but it will be redundant with the previous block or cell. And then the next choice will be euro Swiss and pound Aussie. Euro Swiss, pound Aussie.
Okay.
So pound Aussie, change the yen into Aussie, pound Aussie, and euro Swiss.
You're on the keyboard.
Pound Aussie, euro Swiss.
Okay. Right, and leftovers from Thursday there is nothing. And on Friday we have the pound.
The pound, so pound, and pound, yeah.
CAD.
The CAD is here, yeah.
And the USD.
And the US dollar. So pound, US dollar, pound CAD for the first choice.
Yep.
Pound, US dollar, pound CAD. Then we'll have pound Kiwi, pound Aussie. Like Wednesday, yeah.
Yep.
And then we will have, let me check carefully, pound Swiss, euro, US dollar. Pound Swiss, euro, US dollar.
Okay. That. Okay, save it before it destroys. Cool, done. And I'll give you the mouse.
No, I don't need the mouse, Chris, for the moment.
I won't charge. It's all right. It's free.
Okay.
Right.
Then I accept the deal.
Very good. Yes. Okay. And sorry, I was just thinking. I used to work with a guy who came from a different country to New Zealand, and he said they're really hard-nosed people. And he said, "I'll make a deal with you. You do this." That was it. Okay. Right. You were going to explain something for Robert, and
yes,
why?
Yeah, but not only for Robert, but for everyone, in fact.
Well, okay, sure.
Yeah. In fact, Robert has noticed that the yen moves a lot, but do not see many items in the news connected with the moves. No. In fact, when you see a pair moving, and I suppose you are mentioning, for example, the euro-yen having dropped heavily, but if you take also a pair like, can you show, Chris, such kind of, perhaps would you like first of all to finish your explanation, and after that I will explain. So let's do things in the proper order.
Okay. Well, I think everybody knows, but the top 10 pairs are the ones that you can monitor for the whole week if you want. And on a daily basis, you can just monitor, say, these ones for the day. And on a particular day, just go for the ones that are in the first up, the top fours. There's no particular order. These are the ones that are likely to move the best. And then if these aren't working, then you can drop down to these ones. These are sort of the second best. And if none of those are working, then, or if they're too violent, for instance, if something suddenly happens with the pound, for instance, they suddenly decide that we might join this thing against Ukraine and start sanctioning some of Russia rather than letting them have all their properties in London. Sorry, I thought I'd just have a dig. Then maybe the pound will start jiggling around a lot, and these will become, the top 10s will become too volatile or something like that, perhaps even with euro. And then you can drop down to the lesser used ones down here, which are still reasonable movers, not as good as the top 10, but still better than the bottom lot, which only move a few pips each day. So it's kind of the way to work it. So pound CAD is in the tops now. And yeah, so you can just pick out these ones for less stressful moves, but less money, but might be able to get better results from it. And sometimes it's better to be, with trading, it's better to be right and making money than trying to hang on to a bull by the tail and getting flipped around all over the show and losing money. Okay, I'm done, Xavier. Thank you.